In this video, I'm talking about how to do fasting, intermittent fasting after menopause. So menopause is when you no longer have your menstrual cycle. Now, you can also apply these principles during the later phases of perimenopause. During perimenopause, your menstrual cycle starts to become more irregular. So it doesn't follow the normal 28-day cycle. So really, this is a great way to fast for women over the age of roughly 45. Once women get up over 45, their menstrual cycles become very irregular, and then usually menopause hits somewhere in their early 50s. It can differentiate but based on the person. For one person, it might be 48, another person, it might be 54. And so during that period of time, though, let's say 45 to 50, 55, it's the later stages of perimenopause. And so therefore, this is a great way to practice intermittent fasting, to get the great benefits of fasting without perhaps impacting your hormones in a negative way. And so we know fasting has many great benefits. In particular, it really helps to cleanse and detoxify the body at a deep cellular level. We undergo autophagy. Our body's able to break down old damaged cellular organelles and rebuild these healthy structures within the cell. Healthy mitochondria for optimal energy production and fat burning. We're able to improve our insulin sensitivity, our blood sugar stability, just so many great benefits from fasting, a lot of brain benefits, mood benefits from it. But we got to do it the right way because we know fasting is a hormetic stressor. It's a stressor on the body, and it's a stressor we should be able to adapt to and become stronger and more stress resilient. But if we overload our system with too much stress, it can have a negative effect on our body and we can't adapt effectively. And so we got to do this the right way. And I recommend a feast-famine cycle where we're cycling between periods of fasting, but also periods of feasting where we're telling our body there's plenty of nutrients, there's plenty of food, so we can, be in a place where we can produce lots of sex hormones and we're in a place where we can thrive. And then times when we're in famine, so we can really clean up damage that's occurred inside of our body and detoxify. So with after menopause or that late stage of perimenopause, two major ways of doing this. One is called the 5-1-1. My friend Dr. Dan Pompa actually developed this. I think it's a great strategy as an overall strategy to do on a weekly basis. This is where 5 means 5 days a week, you are doing a lower carbohydrate diet, high protein, and a tighter eating window. You're going, let's say, maybe a 16 or 18 hour fasting window and a 6 or 8 hour eating window where you're eating your meals between, let's say, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. or 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. And you can have 2 to 3 meals in that period of time, maybe 3 small meals or 2 larger meals, depending on how your body tolerates larger meals. That will help you determine it. If you don't feel well when you have a larger meal, eat 3 smaller meals during that eating window. Really prioritizing protein, trying to make sure you're getting 30 to 50 grams of high quality protein with each meal that you're consuming. Consuming, let's say, 15, 20, 25 grams of healthy fats from things like extra virgin olive oil, grass-fed animal products, pasture-raised eggs, avocados, things like that in the meal. And then also making sure that you're getting lots of colorful fruits and vegetables in there as well. And that will provide the nutrients that you want during those meals. So the 5 is 5 low carb, high protein, kind of a good intermittent fast, a 16 to 18 hour intermittent fast each day. 1, the first one means 1 feasting day. So 1 day a week where you don't compress your eating window. Maybe you eat in let's say a 10-hour eating window. So let's say you eat from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or even a 12-hour eating window from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You might eat an extra meal in there too. You might do 4 meals during that period of time. Still eating a lot of protein, healthy fats, but you're adding in more carbohydrates, maybe more fruit, more starchy vegetables, things like that, getting more carbohydrates on board, telling your body food is plentiful right now. Food is great. Let's produce these sex hormones, the estrogen, progesterone, testosterone that we need to really thrive. And then we do 1 day where we do a tighter fast, right? And it might be a 20 to 24 hour fast where we might go, let's say, from dinner to dinner on, Saturday night dinner to dinner on Sunday, for example, without eating, right? And so we wait till dinner on Sunday and we fast throughout the day. Or it could be, a little bit, doesn't have to be quite that level. You might eat in the afternoon on Sunday. So it's more of like a 20-hour fast. So you're doing something where you're pushing your fasting. You're kind of you're being a little bit more aggressive during that one day so you can get more autophagy, more fat burning, better insulin sensitivity. You're getting all those great benefits. You're really trying to boost your body's ability to cleanse and heal from the inside during that one day. So 5-1-1, 5 days, normal fasting cycle, okay? 1 day where you're feasting, 1 day where you're doing a longer fast, right? 20 to 24 hour fast during that 1 day. So that's a great way. It's an easy approach to follow. Another real popular approach is actually called moon fasting. So we know the moon has a natural 28-day cycle. So you can actually utilize the phases of the moon to set up your fasting cycle, kind of like you would with a 28-day menstrual cycle. So with this, when you are close to the full moon or at full moon, that's more of a feasting time, right? 2 weeks later, you're gonna hit the new moon. As the moon becomes smaller, you're doing more fasting, like a tighter fasting window, and more low carb. You're trying to really bring that insulin level down and get more autophagy. As the moon's getting larger, you're eating more food in general and more carbohydrates during that period of time from healthy sources again, fruit, starchy vegetables, and that gives you a good feast-famine cycle to follow. You're basing it off of the cycles of the moon, and there's many people out there that are doing this and getting really good results. So those would be the 2 ways that I would approach a feast-famine cycle when you're in the late stages of perimenopause, let's say 45 to 55, and then once you've hit menopause, you're following one of those cycles as well. So I think you guys got a lot out of this. Please share it with anybody that you know and that you care about. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my channel, browse the various videos that I've done on similar topics, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. That way you get notified whenever I put up a new video training. Thanks so much for being a part of our community here, and I really hope you enjoy the videos that we're putting out on a regular basis. Be blessed.